Hello there everyone, welcome to Diamond Dragon Lady or Dragon Tail Tarot, whichever channel you are watching this on. My name is Ariel and it has been quite a while since I've done any readings. I got COVID about a month and a half ago and I was pretty sick. It thankfully did not go into my lungs, but my nose is still very stuffy. I can't smell everything correctly yet. So I've just been really taking it easy, taking care of myself, getting just everyday work done, and, just really have kind of checked out of YouTube. Between that and viewership just being very, very slow on the YouTube platforms in general, I just decided to take a break. And I can't say I will be back, full time again, but I wanted to get on here and do a general reading, general energies, because we do have this powerful new moon in Leo right now. Today is August 5th, and or 6th, by the time you may be watching this. But, we have a lot going on astrologically. We just started a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Leo, Virgo, and then it will be going back into Leo. So we have it going through two signs. So I just wanted to come in here and see what we're looking at. Lionsgate energy is the 8-8 energy that happens on August 8th, sorry. So it's an 8-8. I love the energies of the 8. I decided to use a new tarot deck for this reading, the Cat Tarot, since it is Leo time, and we got our fabulous felines here represented, and the Strength card is like the big Leo card in the tarot. So there he is. This should be pretty fun. This will be a fun little reading. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna start out with an oracle card just to see what our overall energies are going to be. I've already cleared the space. I do also have an astrology chart printed out for the exact day of that Lion's Gate. And so we will take a look at that after we read our cards. It should be very interesting, guys. Dear angels, ancestors, guardians, guides, show us what you've got for our Lion's Gate portal energy. This is generally considered a portal that brings through a lot of abundance, success. It's that symbol of the infinite with the number 8. It is a big manifesting number. My personal life path number is an 8. So I vibrate very strongly to the numerological vibration of number 8s. And I have my whole life been pretty good at manifesting things into being. So I would say that the number 8 does aid in that power for all of us. So let's see what we have. What is our main keyword and energy for this collective? Anyone watching this reading, what do we need to see? What do we all need to get out of these messages here today, please? We do have this, and I will say that, yes! All right, guys, we do have the standstill card coming out. This to me says everything right here, especially with the Mercury retrograde. I would say the Lion's Gate portal is calling us to take a little break in the action, not to push the river too hard. We do have the Diligence card coming up, and that does not surprise me either, because we have a lot of Virgo energy going on during this portal. We'll have that day of the Lion's Gate. It will be the Moon, Mercury, and Venus all lined up, together in Virgo, along with Juno, one of our big asteroids. So we do have a lot of Virgo energy, and Virgos are all about attending to the details. I think that this could be a really powerful time where we take a little break in the action, take a little time to do a little inventory of ourselves, attend to the details, be diligent, see the bigger picture amidst all those details as well with that artwork and that card. And our third card was the gateway. So we definitely have, a gateway opening. And I think that if we take a little break in the action, stand still, quiet for a moment, still the mind, Still the overthinking that kind of comes with that Virgo energy. There is a gateway that's going to be opening and taking us to another level. It might be a little bit subtle for some of us. That's what I'm just feeling. It may not be, you know, as even though Leo energy can be very dramatic and colorful and dynamic, this could be an energy where the gateway opening is a little more subtle because of all that Virgo. Virgo is more subtle. It is more detail oriented. And I think with all the busyness, the astrology of the month, I've listened to a lot of other astrologers too, and a lot of them have talked about how the energy of August can feel a little chaotic. And I can definitely see that. We've got some things going on where we've got some hard squares, you know, from our Virgo and Gemini, and Pisces is kind of forming up that square, the little T-square energy. So there are definitely patches through the month that could be very dramatic feeling, or just a little chaotic, just a little frustrating. So I think that's why that standstill is very important. It's important to just kind of chill with some of this. It's like you can only push things so much. And on the bottom of the deck, we had the wisdom card. So I do feel like that gateway is, you know, the undercurrent is opening up a huge, you know, amount of wisdom for all of us. You know, this is greater learning, higher understanding. Everyone's going to be feeling that in different ways. But I will say, I do feel like on that Lionsgate portal, the signs that are super affected by that are our mutable signs: Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, and by proxy Sagittarius. Even though there are no planets currently moving through your sign, you are a mutable sign. So you'll definitely feel a lot of that push-pull energy. You might feel some of that friction. But like I said, you know, sometimes those frustrations, sometimes those little sparks that hit us can really spur us into greater movement or more inspired action. So, you know, don't take that in any super harsh or negative way. I think that we're just moving through, as we always are, on a process of transformation, evolution. So we're going to shuffle up this cat deck real well. The Kitty Cat Tarot for Leo season. I really like that. So let's see what we have in our tarot. I'm just going to do a regular Celtic cross here, guys. And we're just going to see what comes out for the Lionsgate portal. And I don't know how things have been where you are, but boy, the rain and the storms. We've had rain and thunderstorms almost every day where I am this summer. It's been a very rainy, very humid, almost tropical jungle out there this summer. All right, let's hope our cards are getting shuffled up. So let's go ahead and get going. Spirit, show us what we need to see, please, for the Lionsgate portal in the tarot. Absolutely. We are going through big transformations, y'all. A lot of things are shifting. A lot of things are moving out of the way to make way for new energy. So we have our Death card right in the center. Scorpio energy, big transformations, old life passing away and new life coming into being. Oh, I love these, because, you know, you see the little kitty cat. He's springing off into the sunset. He's like, I'm out of here. We're gonna have a new beginning going on. Let's get a clarifier on that Death card, please. What more do we need to know about this transformation that's coming to us? And we have the Nine of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel that, you know, greater abundance, greater success, being more independent, standing on your own 2 feet, really having, you know, your business working out. This is especially strong for people that are in their own business or they do run their own work. There may be something big that's changing about the way you do your business or the way that you handle your financial resources or the abundance that you've worked for. There may be a huge shift. You may take take things to a whole new level, a whole different platform. You may be leaving a job, starting a business, but there is sort of that ending and beginning here coming through with that portal. So in the immediate past, we do have, let's see, and I'm not sure, I'm trying to remember which these are because we're looking at these kitty cats. So this is, I believe, I'm going to say the fish are probably the symbol of the cups. So this is like the Four of Cups. So this is the immediate past where there is just a lot of, you've been putting a lot of energy and time and care into something or focusing on something that you've really wanted to happen, and it just isn't happening despite your best efforts. And so this is really saying, you know, instead of focusing only on those three fish, there's one over here, right, that you could have very, very easily. Your spirit's kind of tapping you on the shoulder. And so what I feel with this Lion's Gate is that it's like, there's been all these taps from spirit, and maybe you're finally acting on it now, and maybe that portal's finally opening, and you're making the big, big change. Maybe you've even been putting it off for a while because you're like, oh, I don't want to go through all that work, all that transformation, all of that, you know, letting go of something to build something new. But that's what's really coming through on this here. And yeah, definitely in the immediate past, a lot of overthinking, a lot of being trapped in your own mind, your own thoughts. And you're the only one that can set you free from that. So I really do feel like you are setting yourself free. You know, no matter who's watching this, no matter what your sign is, Scorpio and Virgo coming up very strongly here. Very strongly in the center, though. You know, and so to me, that's, you know, very much about healing from the inside out, because Virgo and Scorpio are both signs of healing. They are. Scorpio is a psychological healer, emotional healing, and depth. And Virgo is that physical healing, right? Healing the physical body, getting the health care that you need, getting the right foods that you need. Going into the immediate future, I love it. I think this is the Three of Coins. That's what I'm reading it as, because we've got the coins here, and that cat is super happy constructing a little, you know, box house out of this. And so I'm going to take that as the Three of Coins. There's 3 coins sitting up on top of the box. And it's kind of like got this arrow, like, you know, here's the next step. Here's where you're going. So it really is a great card of the future. 3 of Pentacles has a lot to do with joining forces and working together as a team. So, you know, these kind of cards come up a lot. It's Capricorn energy, Virgo energy. You may be finding either better groups to work with or a better circumstance, you know, something that's just a little more supportive or a lot more supportive to what you are doing in life. And clarifying this card, we have the Two of Pentacles. So yes, this is all about financial balance. This is a lot of, you know, I feel like there's a lot of resourcefulness. I think that's on a lot of people's mind. Financial stability, resources, having enough. You know, to me, the Two of Pentacles is Capricorn card, so it really is that balance of work and play. You know, and I think that, like the standstill card in the beginning, it's like, don't work yourself too hard. But I do think there is a lot of busyness. There's a lot of movement, a lot of action coming in with this. So on the bottom, this is so cute. And I guess this is the Five of Pentacles on the bottom here. That's the subconscious energy. And to me, you know, the Five of Pentacles is all about being very security conscious. Sometimes it's a scarcity consciousness, you know, where you feel like you just don't have enough, or you're not sure where it's going to come from. So this is, again, this is all about changing tactics, changing what you're doing. It can feel kind of scary to make that move. And I also love that in this card we have the two cats kind of, you know, reaching out to each other. So I also feel like this is saying, don't be afraid to reach out for help. Don't be afraid to ask for help if you really need it. Because this is all about kind of not going it alone, right? This is all about the people out in the cold, you know, and they need to come in from the cold. They need to stop trying to do everything on their own and be willing to ask for and receive help if they need it. Yeah, look at that, because you know, sometimes admitting that you need help or need something isn't a weakness, it's a strength. And here's our Leo strength card. So that's a real key to me in a Lionsgate reading, to actually have, you know, the Leo card itself come through. There it is. And I think also if you are having a lot of worries or fears about finances or, you know, resources and security, that Leo energy there, it's like be strong, be courageous, calm your worried mind so that you can see the way more clearly. Going on the top, this message from Spirit, crowning the spread is the Knight of Cups. Super cute. I love this deck. So this is, you know, Spirit kind of also saying, be aware of the messages from Spirit. Be aware of what comes through. Sometimes from people, you know, that you know, but I feel like with this position, this is more about messages that come to you in the form of dreams, synchronicities, things that you may notice, repeating, you know, habits or currents or patterns. It's like, pay attention to those little taps from Spirit. I really feel that with that card. And we have the Page of Wands. So these are both new beginnings. Pages are, you know, new fresh energy, new beginnings, kind of childlike, innocent, a little more fun. You know, Page of Wands to me is super Aries energy. It's the birth of something new. So I would say that when it comes to this Lionsgate, this is beautiful because I feel like, you know, I'm sorry, I didn't mean Page of Wands, Knight of Cups. Page of Wands and Knight of Cups. Did I say Page of Cups? That's what I'm feeling. I'm really a little bit out of it. Like I said, haven't been 100%. But but both of these are messengers, and both of them are youthful energy, more youthful energy. But the Page of Wands is a lot of fun. There could be real messages of a spiritual nature yet again, you know. But this is to me about like lightening up the energy. I think Spirit really wants us to lighten up the energy and not worry so much and not take it all so serious and so heavy. It's really easy to get drugged down into it. I know. Boy, do I know. Let's get into some advice for how best to utilize this energy coming through to us. These are super fun. Oh my goodness. I may have to look in the box to make sure I know which are which, because we have, with this is a new deck. I haven't used it much, so I'm still a little bit new to it. Let's get the, let's see which the wands are. I think the wands are the mice. Maybe? Yes. So suggested approach is the Seven of Wands here, guys. Seven of Wands is a little self-protective. And normally, you know, sometimes I say that's really kind of like choose your battles wisely with that card. It's really telling us that, you know, not everything is worth fighting. And sometimes we get so defensive around ourselves that we fight everything off. So be a little discerning. You don't have to fight everything off. You don't have to guard and protect against everything. But I would say, you know, Mercury retrograde cycles, there can be a lot of people from the past that come back in and go, hey, you know. And I wouldn't take it too seriously because with retrogrades, it's a temporary energy. And usually they might come in to check in or come in to bug you. But once the retrograde's over, it cycles right back out. So I wouldn't take it too serious. But if you don't want to talk to a stupid ex or somebody who's really drug you down or treated you badly in the past, don't pick up the phone or just block their numbers, you know, if you don't want to deal with them at all. But, you know, choose your battles wisely. Not all of them are worth fighting. Not all of them are worth, you know, putting that energy into. And there we've got our Page of Cups. Yeah, Knight of Cups, Page of Wands, Page of Cups. We got a lot of that. And yeah, there it is. I mean, this is little messages. You might have people coming back into your life, and some of them might be really welcome. You might be like, oh, it's so nice to hear from you. You know, but some of them are like, oh, God, I wish I had blocked that person. So just keep that in mind. Let me find out what this one is. These cards are adorable. They're so much fun. I just want to make sure I'm getting them right, so that I give you the right message for them. Seven of Cups. We got our little cups, and then sorry about the delay here, guys. What's the sword symbols? So cute. If you're interested in a cat tarot deck, this is a cute one, but you might have to kind of like navigate it just a little bit. Yeah, here we go. This is a Pentacles card, I think, maybe. It's a little bit difficult to read. That might be my only caveat about this, is that you're going to have to like use the guidebook to figure out exactly which one this is, because I have no idea what that is. I have no idea what that is. So I apologize. Give me a second. Go grab a snack. This almost looks like the Two Pentacles card, but it's not. Oh my lord. It's not swords. I don't think it's cups. Oh, I'm so frustrated. I feel like just pulling a different deck at this point. Yeah, it's Mercury retrograde. So much for being nice and concise tonight, right? That's not happening. Six of Wands. It's a card of success. So that's what you need to know. In the end of this, all of this will be successful. There will be victory. There will be good things that come through. I would say hang in there, right? Make the big transitions that you need to make, especially if you've been putting them off or overthinking them for a while. Just go ahead and take the plunge, y'all. This is a powerful time to do that. Let's get a clarifier on this Six of Wands, please. And we have Temperance. So this is balance, Sagittarius energy. What I'd say about Sagittarius, I'm telling you, that sign is factoring in with the Lion's Gate. And y'all are benefiting from the Leo energy, of course. You know, but to me, this is a card of balance and alchemy. The victory comes about as a result of bringing yourself into balance, and it's sort of like changing one thing into another. If you've had a lot of sorrow and heartache, you're transforming that and transmuting it into heart healing. Same, if you've had a lot of lack and you've had a lot of disappointments with finances or jobs or money, it's like changing lack into abundance. It's all of that. Not being afraid to be a bit expansive, because Temperance, you know, Sagittarius, it's ruled by Jupiter. I also say it's a good time to really communicate what you need and want, because Jupiter is in Gemini. So it's really important for us to talk about what we're wanting and needing. Hopes and Fears is the Page of Wands. And that one is sad a little bit, because it's like, it's almost like there's a universal energy of like, I'm afraid to just relax. I'm afraid to take a break. I'm afraid to just go have some fun, because I fear that if I do that, you know, it's like I want to do that, but if I do that, you know, will I have enough? So to me, this is really finding your balance between, you know, getting your work done, taking care of the things you got to take care of, but also finding some space to enjoy your life a little more, because the Page of Wands has come up twice. So to me, that's a big deal. We've got a lot of Wands and a lot of Cups here. We've got the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups. Page of Wands twice, Knight of Wands is in our outcome. So this is a lot of fire and water. So there's a lot of emotion going on. Emotion's running high with this month and with this energy. And here we have the Queen of Swords. Yeah, this is the Libra energy. So use your sense of judgment, balance, and purpose. She's our Libra queen, so she's all about those scales. You know, she feels disharmony or imbalance very keenly. So don't be afraid to cut out things that are draining you, things that are stressing you out as much as possible. That's what I would definitely say with that. Because if you can clear that out, you are going to have more fun. You are going to have a lighter heart. It is going to be more enjoyable if you just go, oh, no. If that's not working for you, it's not working for you. Don't try to make it fit. Outcome card, like I said, Knight of Wands. So to me, that again, very Sagittarius energy. It's adventurous. It can be a little hot-headed. It can move a little too fast at times. But it is also the great adventurer. It brings in a lot of positive new energy. It says, jump on in, take a chance. Why not? What do you got to lose? Is very much Sagittarius. So let's get a clarifier on this Knight of Wands, please. And the Ace of Wands. So there is a huge, bold, brand new life and adventure awaiting us as we go through the Lion's Gate of 2024. On the bottom of the two decks, we have the High Priestess and we have the Four of Pentacles. So I do feel like use your own intuition with this, because what's right for one may not be right for another. But with the High Priestess, clarified by the Four of Pentacles, I do feel like you're being very careful about who you share your energy and your feelings with, because the High Priestess is very psychic. She's very intuitive. She's very spiritual. She kind of tends to keep things to herself. And the Four of Pentacles can be very guarded. It doesn't want to get taken advantage of either emotionally or financially, so they're a little careful. So I would say that if you feel funny about someone, if you feel off about a situation, just listen to that intuition and don't let them in. But if you feel good about them, it's okay to let your guard down, right? If you really do your vetting and you do your, due diligence, and it feels right, that's a different story. But if you get a real funny feeling and your intuition and spirit's just like, no, don't try to turn it into a yes. Yeah, that's definitely the way I would work this energy. But it's definitely a powerful portal. Some of it's a bit subtle. Some of it's a little bit more dramatic and emotional. I think those emotions heat up a little more as the month progresses. Let's get into a affirmation for this reading. What is the main message takeaway from this? And we have Justice. Look at that. Yes, and we had our Queen of Swords factored into this. There is a lot of balance energy here. I would say that people that have, the Sun or other positions in their chart in Libra may be feeling this very strongly as well this month. There's a real powerful portal they're walking through. So the universe executes a precise order of justice. Karmic debt is being reconciled at this moment. The matter is no longer in your hands. Take a deep breath and go through it. So there is this huge sense of release here, guys. It's time to release. It's time to transform, because, we have to trust that things are going to be brought into balance naturally without, us having to stress or strain or do a whole lot with it. So here is our chart. I'm just going to mention a few things in there. You can see all the action, all the goodies that are going on in here. We've got all our Gemini down here. We've got the Pisces up here. We've got our Virgo and Leo down here. So things that, we've talked about a little as we've gone through the read. Like I said, there's a lot of Virgo vibes going on at the beginning of this month because, Mercury is still retrograding through the first degrees of Virgo. Then it will go back into Leo. So with a Mercury retrograde in Virgo, this is really about attending to the details and to your own personal health and habits. It may be time to really rethink, personal habits, health, what you do to take care of yourself on that level. It can be a little nitpicky, a little bit critical, so just be gentle with yourself. Try to be graceful with yourself. When it goes back into Leo, we're really rethinking a lot of matters of the heart and of the ego. We're looking at places where we could have been more courageous or brave about things and maybe readdressing that. So just be aware of that. Mercury is our communication sign. And so whatever sign it's in really shows us what kind of communicating we'll be focusing on. And when it's retrograde, we're going backwards. All the rewords apply during a Mercury retrograde. Repeat, rethink, reschedule, reorder, rework, refresh, it's all of it. Just throw your rewords in there, and that's what we're doing during retrogrades. Yes, there are times when, you know, communication can be a little haywire. Make sure to double check your emails, double check your calls and texts, because, you know, you may send something to someone and they may say, oh, I never got it. You know, it leads to a big misunderstanding that goes nowhere. That's a typical Mercury retrograde situation. Sometimes electronics don't work the way that we want them to, or we do a lot of returns. So be careful of large purchases. Little ones are fine, you know, regular stuff is fine. But make sure if you need to return it, you've got a receipt. Make sure the refund policy before you buy something. That way, you know, if it doesn't work for you, you can send it back. Venus is in Virgo too for most of this month. And so, you know, it's not the greatest place for Venus to be. It's a little challenging because we tend to be less spontaneous and to overthink romantic situations and social interactions rather than just being in the moment and enjoying it. And that's what can be difficult with that position. So just beware yet again. I say with that, you know, don't criticize yourself overly much. Give yourself some grace. Be kinder to yourself. Be kinder with your inner words and your outer words about yourself especially. Because they definitely reverberate towards other people. Yeah, this is definitely a period of time where we're really feeling it, guys. You know, with the Virgo energy, and of course, you know, the next sign up after Leo is going to be Virgo. That's bouncing up against Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in the last degree of Pisces. So we're definitely feeling that balance between the true believer and the critical skeptic, right? So it's like we may feel a lot of push and pull between those two vibes. Mars is currently in the sign of Gemini, and it's traveling along with Jupiter. It's absolutely beautiful to see if you get to go check out the night sky. Last night I was taking a walk and I could see Mars and Jupiter sitting together. Jupiter is very, very bright in the sky. Mars is kind of reddish. And because it's so close to Taurus, you know, Gemini and Taurus, that next to each other, the brightest star in Taurus is Aldebaran, and it made this really cool, like, triangle pattern between Jupiter, Mars, and Aldebaran in Taurus. And it was just the coolest thing to see. It was really beautiful. Aldebaran is a reddish star, Mars is reddish, and then Jupiter is very, very brilliant. And so it's just the coolest thing to see. I also saw a really fabulous shooting star as I was walking last night, and we are getting ready for, I think it's the Perseids. I'm pretty sure that's the one it is. We get different meteor showers through the year, but the biggest time is like, it's like August 11th through 13th, something like that. So if you're a big stargazer like I am, go check it out if you can, because it was really cool last night. I stepped out and just this big streak. I had never seen a shooting star feel that close and that bright. So it's really pretty out there. It's a whole show every night for free out there in the sky that we can go take part in, especially if it's not too cloudy. It's been cloudy a lot here, but last night was really clear and I got to see some cool stuff. So guys, this was a beautiful reading. I hope it spoke to you. I'm not sure what I will be doing in the future as far as like individual sign readings. It really depends on how my energy is and how my timing and all that is. But whenever I have it, I will share it with you. And because I miss you guys. I miss the live chat hangouts, and I miss posting regular readings and all that good stuff. It's super fun to connect with everyone. I hope you've been doing great. Leave a message below in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. And I will talk to you very soon. Take care.